Who has been confused when they have to make a decision, or stuck, or wasn't sure how to move forward, or wasn't sure if you should do choice A, choice B, or choice Y or W? If you have been stuck, it's probably because your emotions kind of covered up your logic. And that is classic smart girl syndrome, is when we think, okay, I'll just apply logic and I'll just work harder and I'll work harder and I'll work harder. But your emotions kind of put on glasses. So you're not seeing clearly. You're seeing through your emotions. That's why someone else could be dating a toxic person and you go, gosh, he's terrible. Why would she put up with that? But when you're dating a toxic person, you think, oh, but he's really great sometimes. And vice versa. So you might have a friend who is in her own toxic situation, and she thinks he's amazing, but she looks at your toxic situation and goes, gosh, she's so much better than him. Okay? Our emotions confuse our logic, especially when it comes to love or family or friendship or kids or anything that's really important to us. Anything that it means something to us. And the more it means to us, the trickier it can be to separate your emotions from your logic. But we all know that we've made emotional decisions that were not logical, that trapped us, that had long-term, really terrible benefits or situations. Now I'm going to flip it and say there's someone who ghosts you. Okay, you're dating or you're in a business deal and someone just ghosts you. No one likes being ghosted. Logically, your brain says, oh, they must be not a good person. I need to not be around them anymore. Emotionally, your brain says, I need to show them they shouldn't do that to me. I need to tell them off. I need to stand up for myself. So do you see the emotion and how it doesn't get you what you want logically? If what you're looking for is a healthy friendship, a healthy business partnership, a healthy any type of partnership, spending time trying to teach the wrong people a lesson does not get you what you want. It doesn't get you closer to your goal. It doesn't get you closer to anything other than frustrated. So if you know someone is a bad person or a ghoster or a liar or a manipulator, and you think, well, they just need to be taught a lesson, that is your emotional brain talking. Now, how many of you have heard someone or yourself talked about going to court to get revenge on someone? Logically, they knew maybe they shouldn't spend the thousands and thousands of dollars it would take to go to court. But emotionally, they thought, oh, they can't do that to me. I'm going to stand up for myself. And one of my favorite stories about this is when there was a lady and she was so mad and she was on the phone with me and she said, oh, my ex did not pay the $100 or $200 or something for this basketball goal that he said he was going to pay for. And it's just had me upset all week. I'm so mad. And I said, gosh, you spent all week on this? Yes, I can't do anything. I'm just so mad about this basketball goal. He should do what he said. And I'm like, okay, aren't you in sales? And she said, yeah. I said, so how has your career been this week? How's your business been? How is your job going? Well, it's going terrible because I'm so upset about this. And I said, well, if you'd had a good week in your business, how much money could you have made? And she said something like $7,000. So I said, well, if the problem you're trying to solve is get back $200, then why are you making choices that cost you $7,000? because she was wrapped up in the emotion that someone should do something rather than the logic of trying to get what she wanted, trying to solve the real problem of getting her money back. The problem is, if you can't separate emotion from logic, the toxic people will always win. You've probably heard of narcissistic supply and how they just feed off the drama. So when you're saying something like, I'm going to stand up to them, I'm going to have boundaries, I'm going to show them they can't walk all over me, you're actually engaging in a fight with the toxic person. But the toxic person is probably better at fighting than you are. So you're in a losing battle already. I am obsessed with asking, not axing. I'm obsessed with asking the problem. Asking what problem you're trying to solve. Getting clarity about what you actually want to happen. Any answer is good other than making someone else behave differently. Well, the problem I'm trying to solve is showing them they shouldn't do this. The problem I'm trying to solve is teaching them a lesson. The problem I'm trying to solve is changing their personality. And you see what a terrible problem it is to solve. It's wrapped up in emotion. It's wrapped up in ego. It's wrapped up in trying to make them do what you want. And it's a terrible problem to solve. Find a better problem to solve and try to find a logical problem to solve, not just trying to solve the emotion of the problem. Think about that girl who was trying to solve the emotion of making her ex pay her back. And she lost the logical problem of making $7,000 to try to get $200. It's a terrible game to play. It's a terrible problem to solve. And it's not where happiness is found. So the next time you have a problem to solve in your own life, or you're getting worked up about something, take 2 pieces of paper out, write your emotions on one side of the paper, and write the logic on the other side of the paper. Do not mix them up. People come to me and it's all scrambled like spaghetti. It's this emotion and I feel bad about this and I should do this and I shouldn't do this and it's not fair this and it's not right. It's a whole mess. And it's why you are stuck. Just take 5 minutes. What emotion don't you like? And what logically, practically, what in your real life can you do? For example, that girl could have said, I'm angry that I feel like my ex mistreated me or did me wrong or took advantage of me. My practical goal is to get more money. I'm not going to let his choices cost me money. And I know if you do this, it will take you far on your journey to becoming toxic person proof.